spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, it's Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Prescott. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Off the play fake. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Intended for Dalvin.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the 10-year back knocks it through the goalpost. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
To go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a run with Cook. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed.
Yes, it's a fake. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cook following the penalty. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Brings up second down.
On second down now. It's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Eagles 0.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they kick, and he's into the clear. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott from the gun. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Wentz now on first down. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And some room to run now. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Britton Cole. And look at this. Another fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch. take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Prescott now. Flushed out right. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
He may try and run for this. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. A first down throw for Prescott. Complete. Jefferson the target. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a size. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
That's the score. Eagles 17. Vikings.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A final shot before half for Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. With a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Right back to Sanders on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Sanders. Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, it's Wentz. They find Sanders. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
A 5-yard gain on the
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Wentz. This will be caught. at the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Dalvin Cook.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Cook. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Ertz has it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Eagles.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. They'll try and run it. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be complete to Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott off play action. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Jefferson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Another run here with Sanders. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And again, the footwork. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 25-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll